Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Fran, I'm from Venezuela, and today we're going to be watching a video called Top 10 Castles to Visit in England UK Travel Guide. So I'm pretty excited. I love castles. I think they have a certain sort of like charm, because it's a bygone era, like who lives in a castle these days? I think probably few little people in the world can say that they live in a castle, but they're stunning. So I love to check this out, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and start.
While the exact number of castles in England is a matter for debate, there's little doubt that there are a lot of them.
Yeah,
while
there's
some
so many.
estimates place the total inventory of existing English castles as high as 1,500, either in ruins
That's
or
so
largely
many.
intact, still others quote figures many times this number. In this
That's
video,
crazy.
we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 castles in England.
Top three.
Just wait till you see the top
Guessing
3
who
that we're going to be
rated
showing
them.
in this video. Something
Like
you would never
tourists?
even have thought of, so make sure you
Or
watch till the
historians?
end. Now, before we begin, you can help support our channel by becoming a member of this channel. Press the join button below. This will help us to bring you more awesome travel videos. So now, let's cut to the chase. At 10, Rochester Castle, Kent.
Okay.
Exploring the Kentish town of Rochester makes
it's in
for a fun and
Rochester.
easy day trip from London. Just steps away from the train station, you'll find yourself immersed in a pedestrian-friendly downtown area once popular with famed English author Charles Dickens, who wrote some of his
okay.
best-known works here. When you're done exploring the many old buildings and attractions on Rochester High
It's
Street,
so
take the
big.
short walk up Bowley Hill to Rochester Castle. Though now largely
Wow.
ruins, much of this imposing 12th century castle
12th
can
century,
be
it's
explored
so old, I
either as
can't
part
believe
of a
that.
guided or self-guided
Like,
tour.
it's still
If
standing.
travelling with kids, try to time your visit to coincide with regular events and festivals held here,
they have
such
festivals.
as popular medieval fairs.
Of course.
Directly opposite the castle
Perfect place
stands
to hold a
Rochester
medieval
Cathedral,
fair.
built in 1127. Some of the original features still remain,
1127?
including the impressive Great West Door.
That's crazy. Like, that's mind-blowing. How can something be that old?
At 9, Arundel Castle, West Sussex.
Arundel Castle. Sounds
Over
very
in
like
West
fantasy.
Sussex and only a short drive from the charming cathedral city of Chichester, Arundel Castle was built in the late 11th century. Though remodelled and restored
God,
many
look at
times
that.
since, much of its medieval era influences remain, and it remains an imposing
It
sight
looks like
from
something
miles
out of a
away
fairy
as you
tale.
arrive. Highlights of a visit include
Oh my
guided tours of the
God.
castle's well-preserved
It's-
interior,
yeah, it's so
which features
preserved. Oh my
collections
God,
of
look
period
at that.
furniture, historic tapestries, and a number of important artworks.
Oh my God.
There's even a unique collection of artifacts that once
It has a
belonged to
church.
Mary Queen of Scots. Be sure to allocate time to explore the castle's
It's
grounds.
so big.
In
Oh my
addition to
God.
immaculate flower beds and vegetable gardens, here you'll
Oh, the
also be
chimney's
able to visit
on.
the castle's historic
There was
chapel.
smoke coming out
A
of
cafe,
it.
restaurant, and gift shop are located
Oh my
on
God,
the
imagine
premises.
living there. Well, I know nobody lives there these days, but once a million years
At
ago,
8,
people lived there.
Bodiam Castle, East Sussex. Set in the pretty countryside of East Sussex,
It has a
14th
lake
century Bodiam
surrounding
Castle is undoubtedly one of the most romantic of England's many remaining castles.
Oh my God.
Though its interior is partly in ruins,
Partly in
this
ruins,
moated
yeah.
fortress
What a
dominates the
shame.
surrounding
It's
countryside with its
beautiful.
imposing towers and sturdy walls,
Oh
much of
my
which can be
God.
explored and climbed, opening up incredible
Climbed?
views over the surrounding River Rother countryside. There's plenty of fun
What?
things for kids to do on site, including participating in hands-on learning activities, dressing up in period costumes, and participating
fun.
in authentic medieval period games.
That's so
The
fun.
castle's visitor centre offers a
Okay,
variety
you
of
enter,
snacks and beverages, including a tasty
with a
green tea
bridge.
option.
Through a
Yum.
bridge.
When you're done, be sure to stop in at Ewhurst Green, home to one of the
Ewhurst.
prettiest churches in southeast England. And if you're planning on making a day of it, consider taking the fun steam train ride from nearby
Oh my God,
Tenterton.
they even have a
The
train.
Kent
Well,
and East
nearby.
Sussex Railway extends all the way from this beautiful Kentish town to Bodiam train station and makes for a fun day out for the whole family, with Bodiam Castle just
Oh,
a
and
short
the
walk away.
courtyard, the garden thing on the middle, like that's so stunning. And the lake surrounding it, like it doesn't even look real.
Next up, it's number 7, Alnwick Castle, Northumberland. The official seat of the Duke of Northumberland and the country's
Oh,
second
okay.
largest still inhabited
It's the
castle
seat of a
after
duke.
Windsor,
Okay.
Alnwick Castle was built in the 11th century and
Almost
makes for
all
an
of them are
easy day
11th
trip from the
century.
English city of Newcastle upon Tyne, 45 minutes drive to the south. Though much has changed over the centuries, it remains every inch as imposing a
Wow,
structure
that's
today.
crazy.
In addition to exploring the beautiful grounds and gardens, visitors can enjoy a variety of fun things to do here. As well as guided tours of the
Library?
castle's plush interiors,
Oh my
visitors
God.
can access a variety of interesting exhibits relating to its long, rich
I can
history,
definitely
as
imagine
well as
like
displays of
ancient
artifacts
people
collected
like
by the
living
family,
there. They living
including
there.
relics from ancient Rome and Egypt, as well as
Relics
local
from
events.
ancient Rome?
Movie
oh my
fans will
God.
recognise the castle for its role in the Harry Potter movies and TV shows, including Downton Abbey.
Oh, I'm guessing they used like the the outside shots in those
Now
in
at
those
6,
films.
Leeds Castle, Broomfield, Kent. Widely regarded as one of the prettiest and best
It's very-
preserved
yeah, it's
castles
very,
in England, Leeds
looks
Castle is
almost
definitely
modern.
one of the best places to visit in
Maybe it's
Kent.
because it's preserved.
Built on the site of an even older castle around 1280, its
Even
large
older.
moat and
Wow,
rural setting
look at that
landed a
photo.
remarkably romantic look from pretty much any angle. In addition to tours of the castle's elegant interiors, guests can enjoy a variety of fun activities, including medieval fairs and craft shows, jousting tournaments, and a land
Jousting,
train,
oh my
as well
God.
as
Hopefully no one
adventures
gets
such as
hurt.
zip-lining and Segway tours. Leeds
Okay,
Castle has
so
also
fun.
made a name for itself as a classical music venue,
Oh.
with its famous outdoor concert held each summer, drawing huge crowds of music lovers.
perfect. It also has a lake surrounding it. Wait, all of them have like
At
lakes.
5, Highclere
Wow, this
Castle,
one's super
Newbury,
majestic.
Hampshire. While more a country manor than fortress, Highclere Castle is nevertheless a must-see when in
A
Hampshire.
country manor? I don't know in
Located
what
an easy
world,
drive
but
from the cathedral
sure.
city of Winchester
It looks-
and widely regarded as one of the top day trips from
It's
London,
ginormous.
Highclere is well known the
that's
world
so
over
pretty.
for its role as
All
the
those
fictional
hydrangeas.
Downton Abbey. This opulent
Oh.
manor home's real history, however, is equally as rich and interesting. In the hands of
Those
the same
doors
family since
are so, like,
1679,
thick.
it may appear recognisable to many, as it was designed by the same architect responsible for London's Houses of
Oh
Parliament.
yeah, they look similar.
In addition to viewing
It's
its
true, like the
immaculately
little- it's
preserved
sort of like
decor
the
and
shade
furnishings,
square.
visitors will want to allocate time to explore the grounds of this 1,000-acre estate.
I don't even
A
know
variety
how
of unique
big that is.
experiences can also be enjoyed here, from private guided tours to elegant meals served in the opulent dining room.
Wow. Oh, look at that! It looks like a museum. It's gorgeous. Yeah, that's stunning.
And now at 4, Warwick Castle, Warwickshire. Those looking for a fun day out with kids who have an interest in the old days of knights and princesses would do well to include a visit to Warwick Castle on their England travel itinerary.
I'm not a kid, but I would
Dating
love to
back
go
to
there.
the time of William the Conqueror, this 11th century castle is a picture-perfect embodiment of a traditional English castle,
Wow.
complete with imposing battlements, towers, and on
Yeah,
most
it
days
has
during the
towers,
busier
it's
months,
sort of like
heavily
enclosed.
armoured knights and
Yeah.
other characters from this time in history. Highlights of a visit include fun interactions with guides in period costumes, hands-on learning experiences,
Wow,
as well as
so
jousting
big.
tournaments, dressing up, and even enjoying overnight glamping
Oh my
stays.
god, arbors!
Other highlights include an original dungeon, a working trebuchet,
A
and a
dungeon?
fun maze. You
Oh
may
my
also want
God.
to use your visit to the castle as an opportunity to explore other fun things to do in Warwick, many of which are within an easy walk.
Okay, yeah, I'm sold.
Now at 3, Tower of London, City of London. Instantly recognisable, the Tower of London is one of the most
Yeah,
visited
but
castles in England.
like
Yes,
the
it is a
actual Tower of
castle.
London?
Located on the northern bank of the River Thames, just a stone's throw
I
from
didn't know
Tower
that it was a
Bridge.
castle. I
This
don't know why I thought it was
iconic
just a
old
tower.
fortress
I don't know.
includes sections dating over 1,000 years of age.
That's
Now
insane.
a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it has served as everything from a palace, a prison, the
Yeah,
nation's
prison.
treasury, and even a spell as a royal zoo. These days,
Oh my
this
God.
top London attraction offers plenty of unique experiences, well suited to young and old alike. Topping most tourist itineraries is taking a tour of the central White Tower, with its impressive displays of old armour and
yeah, like
weaponry,
how the
the
bedrooms
former
were.
royal apartments, as well as the magnificent
crown
crown
jewels.
jewels. At 2, Dover Castle,
Wow,
Kent.
that's so
Standing
big.
majestically above the Kentish port
God.
town after which it's named, Dover
It's like the
Castle has
whole
been a
hill.
symbol of British strength and resilience ever since it was built in
Wow,
the late
that's
12th
crazy.
century. But even some 1,000 years before that, the same site was used by the Romans for a lighthouse,
Wow.
the remains of which can still be seen today.
What?
Immaculately
Where is
preserved,
it?
a visit to the
Show it
castle
to
is one
me.
of the top things to do in Kent and can easily take the best part of a day if you plan on seeing everything.
Yeah, because it's so
Highlights
big.
include historic artifacts and furniture, displays relating to its use in World War II,
Oh my
over
God.
80 acres of grounds to explore, and those spectacular views over the English Channel towards France.
What?
Guided
You can look
tours
at
are
France?
available.
Oh, because it's a port town. So yeah, of course you had to be like close, relatively close.
And at 1, it's Windsor Castle, Berkshire. The jewel in the crown of English castles,
So
Windsor
big.
Castle
It's
is a
ginormously
must-visit
big.
destination.
Funnily
The world's
big.
oldest still inhabited royal residence, this spectacular building can trace its
Yeah, I
roots
think
all
that's
the way
where
back to the
the king
11th
lives, I
century,
think.
when William
Like
the
the royal-
Conqueror chose it
the
as the
royals
location of a
live there.
castle. Since then, it has housed many kings and queens, and in modern times serves as a summer residence of the British
Oh,
royal
it's a
family.
summer residence.
Visitors
They don't
to the
live there
castle can
full-time.
access a variety of interesting areas. Topping most people's lists are the sumptuous state
very
apartments,
opulent.
home to the spectacular Queen's Gallery and the dining hall, with their ornate wood carvings and lavishly painted ceilings.
Crazy, like
You
the
can also
craftsmanship.
take a look at St George's Chapel, the scene of royal memorial services and weddings. Be sure to
Oh, of course,
also
that's where the
allocate
royals get
time
married.
to explore the castle grounds. Known as the Great Park, this lovely green space
It's
stretches
so
for 6
big.
miles
Oh my
on the
god,
south
look
side
at that.
of the
It's
castle.
enormous.
Guided tours of the castle and its courtyards are available.
Okay, so you can just like go there and, I don't know, chill.
And there you have the top 10 rated castles in England. Did you like what you saw?
Yes, definitely.
Let us know in the comments down below. Check out more videos on
They have so
England
many
in our
castles.
English Travel Guide playlist.
Yeah. The United Kingdom, like, they have so many stuff, like, it's insane. They have, like, all those castles, everything's very old. Like, even, like, I'm surprised by the fact that they even have stuff from the Roman times, because it's, like, you know how old that is? Like, it's, and the fact that you can still see, like, obviously probably it's not like standing, but you know there's some remains of it. Like the fact that it's a miracle, the fact that they still have at least some piece of something that stood there in Roman times, like that's like my mind can't even fathom that. I love this. I think my favorite one was I mean the first one, yes, you know, it's very, because it's probably like the most popular one. Yes, you know, it's where the royals live there, or the summit residence. But I think because it's very I don't know, it looks very I don't want to say, it's very like I don't know, I don't even know how to say it. It's like it's giving like luxury, of course, because you know it's a castle and it's a residence, like it's actually like inhabited these days, you know, like the royals still live there, so I understand why. And it's very like a touristic place. I think it's probably the one that gets more tourists, so probably that's why, you know, it's very well maintained and all. But again, it's very opulent, and although it's beautiful, obviously, like the ceilings and the architecture is gorgeous. I'm drawn to the other ones. I think I don't know, the ones with the lakes were gorgeous. Even though the ones that are not, like, you can't really enter because they're not preserved. It's just like ruins, and it's partially like demolished, but you can still see. There was one where you could still see like where the chimney was, or I mean, a chimney, but you know, maybe where they cooked or something like that. And I love it. I think that's much more interesting than the ones that are like very like well maintained, well preserved. But having said that, I also love the one that was also very you know, you could also like see how people lived back then. I think it was the third one, when there was like the banquet hall, and you could see like the tables, and it's just like a film where you can like, oh my god, like insane to like go visit there, because you would feel like you're inside of a movie. But it's crazy to think like, yeah, people actually like that was the way of living. So people actually like did those things, and they would probably like gather at the great hall, and that's where they would eat, and they would have like the dukes or the kings or the whatever they were, you know, sitting at the top of the table. Well, the other people were just like to the sides, and probably like it's his court was probably like surrounding him. And also like I think that's the same one, was the one with the dungeon. I would love to actually like go and take a look at the dungeon, because I think it's gonna be like, it would be super interesting to see, like, obviously very sad, very dark, but like what sort of like things did they have in there, you know, dreary, but super interesting, from I don't know, from our point of view, to look at how people were incarcerated back in the day, even like back in the day. And it's like 1,000 years, 600 years before our time. But yeah, I really love this. Hopefully you'd visit one of these places, and I'll see you soon. Bye.